Sitting at C tier rank 1, Moomin is solidly a weak hero. However, he's a fan favorite character anyway. In a world of superheroes, Moomin Rider stands out above the rest, not because of some incredible power, but due to his strong sense of justice and dedication to helping people. The only superpower he has is above average durability, something shared by every single hero, weak or strong. CT heroes' jobs usually consist of simple things like arresting thugs, doing good deeds for the populace, and very seldomly grouping up to deal with the weakest of monsters. Moomin is at peace here. He finds fulfillment in providing aid whenever he can, no matter how small. He's well suited for this position. That's why he stands as the #1 C-tier hero. But it's also the limit of his capabilities. By his own admission, he isn't fit for B tier. But Moomin's desire to protect those in need is so great that he doesn't let his frailty stop him. If there's anything he can conceivably do to help, he does it. The moment he receives the shelter's SOS signal, he rides towards it, pedaling as fast as possible. Terrorizing the surface in all his heart-shaped nippled glory is Deep Sea King. When Moomin arrives, numerous heroes, including Prisoner and Genos, have already fallen. The pelagic monarch tosses Moomin about like a weightless doll. But as he refocuses on unfinished business, a pathetic tackle spoils the moment. While Moomin Rider is a courageous person, he's not delusional. He knows he has no chance of winning, but fighting here buys time, and even the slightest possibility of saving civilians justifies his hopeless struggle. Moomin's strength or even efficacy isn't what makes him heroic. It's his resolve to help those in need, even when he's desperately out of his depth. In the end, one mocking punch knocks Moomin out cold. His efforts aren't in vain. His fight distracted the beast long enough for Salvation to finally saunter its way on over. Saitama may have finished this monstrosity, yet there's no heroism to be found here. For him, defeating monsters is a mere chore, to be done when obligation demands it. There is no danger, no urgency, nothing but existential boredom. Saitama is a poor hero, but he is a decent person. While he covets fame and recognition, he never steals other people's accomplishments or lets people discredit them. In response to the NEET's heckling, Saitama pretends to be an attention-hungry nobody, mooching off the work of the incapacitated heroes. Perhaps Saitama was too successful. The next day, Genos and Saitama receive an airdrop full of letters. Most are addressed to Genos, praising him for his efforts, but a handful berate Saitama for his alleged stolen valor. Within the pile is a singular scribed note, written by a mind so full of adoration they struggle to put down more than a simple "thank you," spanning the entire page. By chance, Saitama encounters the letter's author while looking for dinner on a late-night stroll. Satoru, better known by his hero name Moomin Rider, is already eating when Saitama arrives. He was the one who wrote the letter of appreciation. Satoru hasn't properly met Saitama before this encounter. Deep Sea King knocks Satoru unconscious just before Saitama joined the fight. He likely doesn't remember anything after the punch. The only reason he knows Saitama defeated Deep Sea King is because of the news. This makes Satoru's letter even more special, because rather than buying into the hatred towards Saitama, he chose to believe in him and thank him for saving the day. Satoru is a beloved character, not only for his bravery, but also his kindness. He exemplifies the ideal hero as someone who does it to help people instead of seeking personal gain. Let's examine what Moomin Rider can teach us about what it means to be a hero. The line between heroism and simply being a good person is vague, but if I were to add my opinions to the discussion, I would say that a good deed becomes heroic if it puts the person doing it at risk. Being a hero is knowing that it's dangerous, but doing the right thing anyway. The danger could be physical, like the classic example of a firefighter running into a burning building, but other forms of potential harm are valid. Social or vocational dangers are perhaps more common. A whistleblower endangers their livelihood and reputation by exposing unethical practices. Sticking to your morals has a significant cost. While I don't see Saitama obliterating monsters as heroic, Saitama choosing to ostracize himself to give the other heroes the respect they earned is. He sacrifices his own credibility and turns everybody against him just to make sure no one will disrespect those who risk their lives fighting such a formidable monster. While Moomin Rider's acts of heroism generally put his physical well-being at stake, but in the end it doesn't even matter where the danger comes from, only that it exists. The Deep Sea King fight is Satoru's big moment. He gets shockingly little screen time, only showing up in about 20 chapters. Despite his limited use, Satoru leaves a strong impression on readers. Every confrontation beyond rescuing a balloon or acting as transportation is a life or death matter for him, but he still chooses to do what he can. And unlike other heroes, he doesn't have any ulterior motives. He only wants to do what's right and help people. His good-hearted motives and selfless actions are why so many fans love Moomin Rider. He is the most heroic character in One Punch Man, not in spite of his weakness, but because of it. The only other hero who comes close is King, because they're both in the same boat of being hopelessly out of their league, while still giving it their all. That's just my opinion though. Don't blindly listen to some random dude on the internet. Use your critical thinking skills to form your own opinions. How would you define heroism? How does it differ from the admittedly limited one I gave in the video? What are your thoughts on Moomin Rider? Is he the most heroic to you? Yeah, so that's about it. See you later, Space Cowboy.